Bank Holiday Monday. I hope you are enjoying yourselves with whatever you are doing. I am back in the sewing room. It's about 1:30, 2 o'clock. I've spent the morning editing. I cooked myself a steak salad. Well, I cooked a steak to have with salad for lunch because the mum can't eat red meat at the moment, so we had 3 steaks from the HelloFresh meal, and yeah, I got one for lunch, which is great. So I am back down in the sewing room and I'm going to be sewing up the 6244 bodice in the Bed of Roses quilting cotton. I have sewn the skirt, which is the Vogue 9357. I got that done yesterday, and it's got its pockets on. I bias bound all the seams because just with the pockets it can get quite bulky in the side seams if I try and French seam it, so I just decided to bias bind all the seams in that skirt. There's 2 back panels and a front panel, so it wasn't too bad. So yeah, I'm going to power through and get this bodice done. I'm expecting it to come out a little bit big, which I can then fit. I think it's going to be just a touch big on me. Having said that, I really hope it is, because if it comes out small I will cry. But from the measurements on the bodice, on the pattern, sorry, I do think it's going to be just a touch big, so that I can then adjust the fit to then put it on the skirt. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. The pink skirt has massively dropped on the bias, as has the lining of the white skirt. The outer fabric of the white or cream skirt has not dropped at all, so I can sew the bias binding onto that and hem that, but I would like to give the lining just a little bit longer to drop. I like to, I mean 24 hours is a minimum, but I think that's dropped even more, and it's been sort of 2 days now, so I like to try and give them a week. I think the longest I ever did was a 6 months and that skirt, once I leveled it, has never gotten any longer which is not surprising really. I like to give them sort of like about a week to do their thing, to try and make sure that I don't have to level them more than once, because that is the worst. I have on my 6563 that I finished yesterday in the floral viscose. This wasn't in my make 9, but with the pinks and purples in it, I think it's going to pair really nicely with the other pieces that I'm making for this collection. The pink fabric that is the bottom of that dress was part of the make 9, so I have now used 3, and the skirt, the dress that I'm making now out of the Bed of Roses fabric is number 4, and I have number 5 cut out there. Number 6 is, I think I know what I want to do with it, and then the rest are bottom weight fabrics that I need to try and work on a trouser pattern. So I think what my plan is for this week, I was going to be filming my proper videos on Mondays, but I'm going to the beauty salon on Thursday to get my eyelashes redone, because they're looking really sparse at the moment. They don't look too bad, but I know what they look like when they've just been freshly done, and I don't want to film like this. I'm going to wait and film on Friday. Yeah, I'm going to film my proper videos on Friday. I'm still not 100% sure what I want to do, because I've been really enjoying these vlogs and putting them up every other day, and they do seem to be getting more views, and I don't know if it's because the channel's growing, because we've hit 20,000 subscribers. We're 20,670 odd at the moment. I don't know if it's because there's fewer videos up, so people are finding it easier to watch because they're quite long videos, and they're coming out daily, but I'm getting like double the amount of views on fewer videos. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I might keep up the kind of like every other day upload schedule. But then I was thinking I was going to try and phase out the waffles, but I've missed it so much that I'm thinking that maybe I won't. I was thinking I was going to be doing like Monday would be what I'm going to sew this week, Wednesday would be a proper video, so a pattern review, a sew along, something like that, and then Friday would be what I've made this week, and then hopefully Sundays can be the live hangouts. I still haven't tested the internet, I'm sorry. I have this weird habit of being worried about things, and if I worry about things I tend to put them off, and because if I put them off they may work. It's like I've still got a camisole top up there that I've made some alterations to, and I don't think they're going to have worked, so I haven't sewn it, and it's nearly a year ago that I cut that out. I always find that if I just get on and get it done, then usually it works, and then I've been worrying about nothing. But if it doesn't work, then I get really sad, and then I don't know how to progress from there. So I've kind of been putting off things that I'm worried that I haven't got any control over. It's just my mind is a very strange place. That's what I'm hoping to do for the schedule, but I would have to film like at least a week in advance, because Monday would be my filming day and I would need to film the twirls for the things that I'd made. I'd need to film, like pre-plan it and getting my head around the schedule of doing that. It's not difficult, but it's taxing my tiny little brain. So May has kind of been a bit up in the air, and as I say, I don't want to film until I've had my eyelashes done, so I'm going to be filming on Friday. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. The channel is evolving. As I was saying to Mum when we were talking about it, now is the perfect time to play around with the schedule and stuff, because the algorithm, you know, I've not been consistent for the last 4 months because of the move and stuff, so the algorithm doesn't know what to make of me. So now's the time to play around with stuff, because it's not going to be out of normal for what I usually do for the channel, if that makes sense. Anyway, that was again nearly 7 minutes of waffle. So I'm going to get on with some sewing. I hope this bodice fits. We shall see. It's fully lined. I think I'm going to make the outer... No, I'm just going to make the whole thing, because I'm thinking that the fitting issue is going to be at the waist. It's going to be slightly too big and I can just take it in at the side seams. So I'm just going to make the whole thing and then baste the side seams together and decide how much I need to nip it in by from there. So that's the plan. Yes. Sewing. 6 hours later. I have finished the dress. It is a very similar silhouette to the original bodice from the 9357. The princess seams, on the original dress, they come very far in, and these ones don't. I did have to take about 2 inches out of the width of the waist, and the bust is... There were some, it was quite big up here, which is the same thing that I found with the Vogue dress. I've kind of botched this one, so I'm not going to get too close. It's fine. It's totally fine. I don't, you know, the print's busy. If this was plain fabric, I think it would be way more obvious. I really like this. It's got the giant pockets on it, the skirt shape that I love. I've made many of these as skirts themselves. I haven't finished the hand hemming yet. I need to hand sew the lining to the waistband, and then I need to hem the hem of the I need to hand sew the hem of the skirt. Yeah, I'm pleased with this. The darts aren't too pointy, which is great. There's little shoulder pieces on the 6244, which I like, but it'd be really easy to actually attach those to this main bodice piece and then put the yoke on, which is what the 9357 has. So I think I'm going to call this one a success. I like it. I do like it a lot. I shall be wearing this once it's finished. It's a nice summery cotton dress. I have a 5895 or 5985. Can't remember. I need to learn that. I have a shirt cut out of this fabric as well, and I also have another shirt cut out of the flamingo habitat fabric, and I have the Butterick dress in the navy butterfly fabric. The navy butterfly fabric was from the So Vintage Fabulous box. I don't know where it's from other than there, but I will link that shop down in the description below, because she may well have it in stock as a fabric to purchase by itself. Yeah, I'm pleased with this. It doesn't take too much fabric. It's a quick make. As you know, I kind of went through my quilting cotton stash, and there were quite a few sort of smaller 3-yard 2.8 meter lengths. That was why I was so happy to find a dress like this that I really liked, that I could get out of that kind of length of fabric, even with lining it. That's why I made 3 of them and persevered with the bodice of the 9357 so much. Once I kind of worked out that I just wasn't going to get it to fit me the way I wanted it to, this kind of sprang to mind and seemed like a good alternative. And I like it a lot, so very pleased with this. I'm going to hand hem it later on. I think I will start working on one of the other things that I've got cut out. I'm not sure which one, because both shirts and the shirt dress need interfacing cut out, but I could start on the shirt dress, couldn't I? I'm excited to see how that one's going to turn out. I know how the shirts are going to turn out. They're going to be really pretty, and I will look forward to having them, but it's not like a new pattern, so I might start on the shirt dress next. Okay, I have made the sash. It just needs some slip stitching for the little hole where I turned it through, and I've also made the skirt lining. This dress doesn't need a lining, but this fabric is so sheer that I wanted to put one in. I have French seamed my pockets in, which I'm going to very much enjoy having some pockets, and I have sewn all the darts into the bodice pieces, but I need to cut out the interfacing for the collar and the facing piece before I can assemble the bodice, because like I say, I'm trying to line the bodice and I have a way that I want to do it, so I think I'm going to need the interface pieces first. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm going to call it a night. It is 10 o'clock, so it's not as late as it has been, but I do want to take that dress up and hand sew the hem and the bodice lining down, so I'm going to do that this evening. So I hope you've enjoyed what I've been up to today, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!